Chosen one, stop everything. Put down whatever you are doing, lock your screen, close every other tab. Because what I am about to tell you has been sealed for 7 years, not 7 days, not 7 weeks, 7 years. God has kept a scroll with your name on it, locked in the archives of heaven, since the year everything fell apart for you. Think back. 7 years ago, something broke, something shifted, something was taken from you that you never recovered. A relationship, a career, a home, your health, your peace, your confidence, your joy. You have been walking through life since then with a piece of you missing. And no matter what you tried, no matter how hard you worked to rebuild, something always felt incomplete, like a puzzle with a missing piece, like a song with a missing note, like a house with a cracked foundation that no amount of decoration can fix. Tonight, God is telling me why. The scroll that was sealed 7 years ago contains the blueprint for everything that was stolen from you. Not just what was taken, what was meant to replace it. And the replacement is so much greater than the original that when you see it, you will understand why God allowed the loss. But here is the urgent part. The scroll has an expiration. It was sealed for 7 years. 7 is the biblical number of completion. And the 7 years are up. The seal is breaking. The scroll is opening. And if you are not here to receive what is written inside, it will be assigned to someone else. Do not skip this message. Do not scroll away. Do not tell yourself you will come back later. The scroll is open now, and it will not stay open forever. Before we go deeper, I need you to do something. Type "My scroll is open" in the comments. This is your spiritual signature. This is you telling heaven, I am here, I am ready. I receive what was written for me. The angels who guard the archives need your agreement before they can release what is inside. Type it now and subscribe immediately, because after today, the instructions for what to do with what you receive will come in the messages that follow. Miss them, and you will have the blessing but not the blueprint. Subscribe now. Now, let me take you into the archives of heaven, because you need to understand where this scroll has been and why it was locked for exactly 7 years. Do not skip. In the spiritual realm, there is a place that ancient prophets described as the Hall of Records. Daniel saw it when he wrote about the books being opened in Daniel 7:10. Ezekiel described dimensions of the spirit realm that staggered his understanding. John witnessed scrolls and seals in Revelation that determined the fate of nations. It is where every human destiny is written, stored, and managed. Your life is not random. It is not an accident of biology. It is not a meaningless sequence of events. It is documented, catalogued, filed in the archives of eternity. Every blessing assigned to you is recorded there. Every door scheduled to open for you is listed with a date and time. Every person meant to cross your path is named. Every provision earmarked for your journey is measured and stored. Every gift meant to be activated in you is described in detail. Every breakthrough scheduled for your life has a timestamp. Your entire destiny, from first breath to last, is written in that scroll. And 7 years ago, when the enemy launched his most devastating attack on your life, something happened in that hall. The attack was not random. The enemy does not waste his resources. He had studied your scroll. He had seen what was written about your future. He had read the entries about the relationships, the finances, the health, the purpose, the influence, and he panicked, because what is written in your scroll terrified him. Your future, if fully manifested, would destroy assignments of darkness in ways he could not afford. So he launched a coordinated attack, not just on your circumstances, on the delivery system itself. He positioned agents in your life to intercept blessings before they could reach you. He placed obstacles in the exact paths where your opportunities were scheduled to arrive. He poisoned relationships that were meant to be bridges to your next season. He corrupted systems that were supposed to deliver your provision. An angel approached the throne and said, "The enemy has breached the perimeter around this one. He is attempting to destroy the assignments before they can be delivered." The delivery channels are compromised, and God made a decision that confused even the angels. He said, "Seal the scroll, lock the remaining assignments, remove them from the active delivery queue, place them in the restricted archives until the completion of 7 years." The angels did not understand, they said. "But if we seal the scroll, this one will suffer. They will experience loss without replacement. They will walk through years of lack, loneliness, and confusion." God said, "I know, but if I release these blessings now, while the enemy has access, he will corrupt every one of them. The relationships will be poisoned. The opportunities will become traps. The provision will become a snare. I must protect what I have written for this one by hiding it until the enemy's access expires." And so the scroll was sealed, not as punishment, as protection. For 7 years, your blessings were not denied. They were locked in a vault that the enemy could not access. Every door that closed was God protecting an assignment. Every relationship that ended was God shielding a future connection. Every opportunity that vanished was God guarding a greater provision. You thought you were being abandoned. You were being protected. You thought God was silent. He was securing your future. You thought the blessings stopped flowing. They were being stored with interest. Habakkuk 2-3 says, "For the revelation awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end and will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. The appointed time has arrived." The 7 years are complete. The seal is breaking, and everything that was locked away is about to be released. All at once. Do not skip. What comes next will show you exactly what is written inside your scroll. Inside the sealed scroll, there are 5 specific entries, 5 assignments that were locked away 7 years ago, 5 things that are being released into your life starting tonight. I need you to hear all 5. Each one carries specific instructions. Each one has a timeline for manifestation. If you leave before the 5th entry, the ones you did not hear remain locked. Stay until the end, entry number 1. The relationship that was stolen will be replaced by a covenant connection. 7 years ago, someone was removed from your life, or perhaps you were removed from theirs. Either way, the loss left a wound that never fully healed. You have carried that emptiness. Some of you tried to fill it with replacements that never fit. Others withdrew completely, building walls so high that nothing could get in. But here is what was written in the scroll. God did not take that relationship to punish you. He took it because it was blocking the connection he had prepared. The person who left was not your assignment. They were your lesson, and the lesson had to be completed before the assignment could arrive. Inside the scroll, there is a name, a person whose path has been running parallel to yours for 7 years. They have been going through their own refining process, their own fire, their own preparation, and they are now ready to meet you. This is not a casual connection. This is a covenant relationship. Someone who will understand you at the depth you have always craved. Someone who will stay when others left. Someone who carries keys to doors in your life that have been locked. Within the next 40 days, this connection will begin to manifest. It may start as a conversation that goes deeper than it should. It may start as a name that keeps appearing. It may start as a feeling of recognition when you meet someone for the first time. Pay attention. The scroll has been opened. The connection is being released. Ruth 3:18 says, "Wait, my daughter, until you find out what happens, for the man will not rest until the matter is settled today." What was settled in heaven is now manifesting on earth. Do not skip. The second entry is about to be revealed. Entry number 2. The financial drought is ending and the floodgates are opening. For 7 years, money has been a source of stress. Not just ordinary financial pressure, an unexplainable pattern of loss, money coming in and disappearing. Opportunities materializing and then evaporating. Provision arriving just enough to survive, but never enough to thrive. You have worked harder than most people around you. You have been more disciplined, more faithful, more generous. And yet the results never matched the effort. Here is why. When God sealed the scroll, he also sealed the financial assignments attached to your destiny. Contracts that had your name on them were placed on hold. Doors that were scheduled to open were temporarily locked. Income streams that were being prepared were frozen. Not because you did anything wrong, but because the enemy had positioned people and systems to intercept your provision. If God had released the money during those 7 years, it would have been stolen, wasted, or used to trap you. So he held it, all of it, with compound interest. Proverbs 13:22 says, "A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children, but a sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous." Wealth has been stored up for you. 7 years of accumulated provision, 7 years of compound increase, 7 years of delayed harvest, all releasing at once. In the next 60 days, watch for these signs: an unexpected payment or settlement, a business idea that arrives fully formed in your mind, an offer that seems too generous to be real, a debt cancelled that you expected to carry for years, a connection to someone who opens financial doors you did not know existed. These are not coincidences. These are entries from the scroll being executed. Do not sabotage them with doubt. Do not talk yourself out of receiving. The drought is over. The flood is here. Do not skip. 3 entries remain. Entry number 3. Your health is being restored to a condition better than before the damage. During the 7 sealed years, your body suffered, not just from physical illness or pain, from the accumulated stress of walking through a season where everything was working against you. The cortisol that flooded your system during years of chronic stress, the sleep you lost to worry, the meals you skipped or ate poorly because you were surviving, not living, the tension stored in your muscles, your joints, your organs, the emotional pain that manifested as physical symptoms. Your body has been keeping score, and the score is high. But inside the scroll, there is a restoration protocol. God is not just going to heal what is broken. He is going to restore your body to a condition better than before the damage began. Isaiah 40:31 says, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." Renewed strength. Not managed symptoms, not coping mechanisms, renewed, made new. In the coming weeks, you will notice changes. Energy returning that you thought was gone forever. Sleep becoming deeper and more restorative. Pain that has been chronic beginning to fade. A sense of physical vitality that you have not felt in years. This is the health entry from the scroll being activated. Your body is receiving instructions from heaven to repair. Do not skip. 2 entries remain. And the 4th one explains why everything took so long. Entry number 4. Your purpose is being revealed with crystal clarity. For 7 years, you have been asking the same question. Why am I here? What am I supposed to do? What is my purpose? And for 7 years, the answer has been silence. Not because God did not want to tell you, because the answer was inside the sealed scroll, and the scroll could not be opened until the 7 years were complete. Here is what is written. Your purpose is not a job title. It is not a career path. It is not a ministry name or a business plan. Your purpose is the intersection of 3 things: your deepest pain, your strongest gift, your most persistent passion. Where those 3 meet is where you are meant to serve. The pain you experienced over the last 7 years was not random suffering. It was research. It was field training. It was God giving you first-hand experience in the exact area where you will make your greatest impact. The person who has never been hungry cannot feed the starving with compassion. The person who has never been lonely cannot comfort the isolated with authenticity. The person who has never been broken cannot help the shattered with credibility. Your pain qualifies you, your survival certifies you, your transformation commissions you. Jeremiah 1-5 says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." You were set apart before birth. But you could not step into your assignment until the preparation was complete. The preparation is now complete. In the coming days, clarity will arrive. Ideas that have been dormant will suddenly activate. Connections will form that align perfectly with your calling. Doors will open that lead directly to your assignment. You will know it when it happens because it will feel like coming home, like everything finally makes sense. Like the last 7 years were a map leading to this exact destination. Do not skip. One final entry remains, and it is the one that ties everything together. Entry number 5. The people who wronged you will witness your restoration. This is the entry that made the angels pause when they read it. Because God does not just restore in private. He restores in full view of those who caused the damage. This is not about revenge. God does not do revenge. He does something far more powerful. He does vindication. Revenge says, "I will hurt you back." Vindication says, "I will let my blessing speak for itself." Revenge destroys. Vindication demonstrates. And God is about to demonstrate through your life what happens when He opens a sealed scroll. Every person who abandoned you during your sealed season, every person who mocked your struggle, every person who took advantage of your vulnerability, every person who said you would never recover, every person who watched you suffer and did nothing, every person who chose the winning side when you appeared to be losing, they are going to see what God does next. Not because God wants revenge on your behalf, but because your story is evidence, living proof that what the enemy meant for evil, God turned for good. Living proof that 7 years in a vault does not diminish blessings, it multiplies them. Living proof that the sealed ones emerge stronger than those who never faced the fire. Genesis 50-20 records Joseph telling the brothers who betrayed him, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." Joseph did not hide his restoration from his brothers. They stood in front of it. They bowed before it. They were confronted by the undeniable evidence that the one they tried to destroy had become the one who could save them. The same pattern is repeating in your life. The same God who vindicated Joseph is about to vindicate you. The people who wrote you off will encounter your new season, not because you will seek them out, not because you will parade your blessings, because God will arrange it. He always does. A phone call, a social media post they happen to see, a mutual friend who mentions your name, a chance encounter in a place neither of you expected. And when they see what God has done, when they see the relationship he brought you, the financial breakthrough he released, the health he restored, the purpose he revealed, the authority you now carry, the peace in your eyes that was not there before, they will know. They will know that what they meant for harm, God used for good. They will know that the one they abandoned was never really alone. They will know that sealed does not mean forgotten. And your testimony will become a weapon that destroys the lie that God abandons his people. Your restoration will preach louder than any sermon. Do not skip. All 5 entries have been revealed. But there is something critical you must understand. The scroll is open. But open does not mean automatic. You must receive what is written. You must agree with what is decreed. You must position yourself for what is coming. Here is what I need you to do. In the next 7 days, 7 actions to align with the 7-year release. Day 1, forgive everyone connected to your loss. Every person, every situation, every institution. Unforgiveness creates a seal of its own, and it can block what God is releasing. Let it all go. Day 2. Write down what you lost 7 years ago. Be specific. Name the relationships, the opportunities, the health, the peace. Then write next to each one, the replacement is greater than the original. This is your act of faith. Day 3. Give something away. When God opens the floodgates, he looks for open channels. Generosity proves that your hands are open to receive. A closed fist cannot receive what heaven is pouring out. Day 4. Speak over your finances. Declare that the drought is over. Declare that the floodgates are open. Declare that 7 years of compound provision is being released. Your voice activates what heaven has written. Day 5. Move your body. Walk. Stretch. Breathe deeply. Your body needs to know that the survival season is over. Signal to your nervous system that it is safe to restore. Day 6. Ask God to reveal your purpose. Not with anxiety, with expectation. The clarity is already in the scroll. You are simply giving heaven permission to download it. Day 7. Rest. Rest is not laziness. Rest is trust. It is telling God, I believe what you have written. I do not need to strive. I will receive. Do not skip. Now, seal this over your life. This is critical. Say this declaration out loud, not silently, not in your head. Open your mouth and speak it. Let your voice release it into the atmosphere. Let the archives of heaven register your agreement. Let the angels hear your signature. I declare that my sealed scroll is now open. 7 years of locked blessings are being released over my life. The relationship that was stolen is being replaced with covenant connection. The financial drought is ending, and the floodgates are opening. My health is being restored to a condition better than before. My purpose is being revealed with crystal clarity. Those who wronged me will witness my restoration. I receive every entry written in my scroll. I agree with every assignment decreed over my life. I forgive everyone connected to my loss. I position myself to receive everything God has prepared. The 7 years are complete. The seal is broken. The scroll is open. And I walk into the fullness of what was written for me. In Jesus' name, Amen. Heaven just recorded that. The archives just updated your file. The delivery angels just received their assignments. It is done. Now complete these final steps. First, like this video. When you press that button, you are signing the release form. You are telling heaven, I authorize the delivery of every entry in my scroll. Press it now. Second, subscribe and turn on all notifications. The scroll contains 5 entries. Each entry will need specific instructions as it manifests. Those instructions will come through the messages that follow. Miss them, and you will have blessings without blueprints. Subscribe now. Third, share this video with someone whose scroll is also expiring. You know who they are. They went through their own 7-year season. They need to know the seal is breaking for them too. When you share this, you activate their scroll alongside yours. Share it now. Finally, type "My scroll is open" in the comments. Let the remnant see each other. Let heaven see who is ready to receive. Let the enemy see that the sealed ones are awakening. Type it now, chosen one. For 7 years you walked through a desert with no map. For 7 years you carried weight that no one could see. For 7 years you survived when everything tried to destroy you. For 7 years you wondered if God had forgotten your address. For 7 years you watched others receive while you waited. For 7 years you maintained faith when evidence said to quit. That faith is about to be rewarded. That patience is about to produce. That endurance is about to pay off in ways you cannot calculate. The season is officially over. The scroll that was sealed to protect your future is now open. Every blessing that was locked away is now being released. Every assignment that was frozen is now being activated. Every door that was held shut is now swinging wide. Every relationship that was protected is now being connected. Every financial provision that was stored is now being delivered. Not slowly, not gradually, not one at a time, all at once. 7 years of stored blessings, 7 years of compound interest, 7 years of accumulated favor, 7 years of protected destiny. Releasing now into your life, into your hands, into your future. You did not miss it. You did not lose it. It was never gone. It was sealed, protected, preserved, multiplied. And now it is yours. Every entry, every assignment, every blessing, every door, go receive it, go walk into it. Go become everything that was written about you before you were born. The scroll is open. Your name is on it, and heaven is delivering every word. This is not motivation. This is not inspiration. This is the fulfillment of a 7-year promise. And you were faithful long enough to see it. Amen.